And what I want to tell you is that first, I want to give you the definition of depression. Depression is using your energy for destructive purposes. So that if you go to the future to create future thoughts, you know how much energy it takes to take you out of the present moment, to create future thoughts, to create thoughts that are going to support that thought. And then when you come back to your to-do list, you're exhausted because there's only X amount of energy. So depression is the result of using energy in wrong places. That's depression. Okay? Now, the natural feelings are anxiety, frustration, and sadness. Only three. Those are the ones that calibrate you and keep you in the present moment. We're not interested in the other ones. There's lots of them, but the ones we want to target are anxiety, frustration, and sadness. If you put your attention on them and they make you uncomfortable, so that you're going to put your attention on them, okay, until we got anti-anxiety pills, and then you just pop the pill and you don't feel anything, okay? So if you put your attention on the anxiety, it jumpstarts the superior intelligence of the body, and the body shifts attention from these ridiculous stories to the senses in your body, like you feel your tush on the seat, you feel your feet on the floor, you look at the computer, you see the tree outside, et cetera, and so forth. So anxiety, when you put attention on it, the force of the attention jumpstarts the superior intelligence of the body, and you come back to the sensory experience of being in your body, not creating a thought about future, past, or other people and things, or negative self-talk. So that's anxiety. If you don't pay attention to it, it creates a thought which takes you into the future and is experienced as the emotion of worry. Okay? So anxiety, not paid attention to, creates thoughts that combine the anxiety with the thought and is experienced as the emotion called worry, okay, which takes you into the future and dilutes all your energy so that you have none when you get back. The second feeling is called frustration. Frustration, and anxiety is symbolically represented by these butterflies. It's very important, the butterflies, okay? The butterflies force you to put your attention on them. What color are they? Are they flying around? Do you hear the wings? How many are there, etc.? Once you put your attention on the butterflies, it's in the gut, it's palpitating, it's doing what it is. We're just using the symbolic representation to get you there. Once you get you there, you won't even need the butterflies. Okay, you'll just have the palpitations, and you'll know to put your attention on those, and those will jumpstart the superior intelligence of the body. Okay, so that's anxiety to worry. The next one is frustration. Frustration is a general tension usually felt in your shoulders or your neck. You tighten up like this. It's like the example I give is when I lived in Providence, Rhode Island, and it was 4 degrees below zero, and I had to go outside to start my car. It was like this, but all the time. Okay, all the time. So frustration, when you pay attention to it, says, make a different choice. You have tried this over and over and over, and you expect a different result. And that's Einstein's definition of insanity. So it says, make a different choice. So when you put your attention on the tension in your neck and your shoulder area, it jumpstarts the superior intelligence of the body. And you pick yourself up and you go for a walk, or you pick yourself up and you go lie down, or you pick yourself up and you meditate, or you pick yourself up and you buy something that that you need and that you've been not buying for a long time. You will do something different that opens up more potential and more possibilities. And that's the function of frustration. If you don't pay attention to frustration, it creates a thought which takes you to other people and things, and it is experienced as anger. And the henchman of anger is judgments, comparisons, and negations, and negative self-talk. So the minute you're doing a judgment, the minute you're doing comparisons, the minute you're doing negative self-talk, the minute you're doing negation, you know that you have piggybacked frustration. So you come back and you put your attention on the tension in your body, and that attention jumpstarts the superior intelligence of the body, and you automatically make a different choice. That's frustration. The final one is sadness. Sadness sits right in your heart area, and it says, this is over. The learning that occurred from this experience is already on your DNA, because the body knows how to do that. It's the learning. And now you have to close it. So once you put your attention on your heart, It closes the experience and it pushes it out of the present moment, and you're right back here. If you don't pay attention to the sadness, it will piggyback on a thought, and it takes you to the past, and it becomes guilt, shame, or regret. So that once you're doing guilt, shame, and regret, then you know you have to come back, put your attention on your heart, and close the experience. Now, the one thing that I didn't tell you is the way to do this is 4 easy steps, just 4. The first one is to watch your thoughts. Recognize that the content of the thought is irrelevant and shift to the structure of the thought, which is how the thought was created, the words. So you can pick out the time-space words. So if you're doing what if, you know you're in the future. If you're doing shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know you're in the past. If you're doing he, she, they, you know you're focused on other people. If you're doing negative self-talk, you're focused on other people. So now you got the words, and you know that anxiety always takes you to the future. Sadness always takes you to the past, and frustration always takes you to other people and things and negative self-talk. So how simple is that? Once you know where you are in time and space, then you know what feeling to pay attention to, and the force of that attention jumpstarts the superior intelligence of the body, and you're right back to the present moment. Those are the 4 steps. So simple. However, you have no idea what I'm talking about because you don't know how to shift from the content of the thought to the structure of the thought. You don't know what the time-space words are that you're supposed to pick up. You don't know which ones are connected to feelings. That's why you need to know the model. That's it. Finished.